guys, Lenny Random here, and with another tutorial video showing you how to make this awesome, lovely looking cottage in the forest. Here is what you would be using. You have your birch wood and birch wood accessories, you have your oak wood and your oak wood accessories, stone, and you have granite. Alright, to start out with, here is your layout. You can go ahead and pause here if you need to, give it a good look. The black squares are going to be where your logs are placed, the purple and green is the porch, and the yellow and green is your basic wall format. The white squares are log columns as well, but they're just a slightly different size of the black. So, to start with, we're going to start with some stripped birch log and then place on all the black squares up to 6. So coming out from this place here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then coming into here, and then out 1 right here. You're also going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then these 3 angles here are all going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and skip this one for now. 3, 4, oh. 5, 6. Okay, I can't fly apparently. Because here, if you want to, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use an oak log for this middle piece here, like that. And it's gonna be the exact same thing on this side here. Next up, these white squares here, it's gonna be also birch logs, except instead of going 6 high, you're gonna only go up 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect this log here and this log here, the ones that are facing right outside of this wall, and connect these two in an arch. So to do that, go ahead and place a temporary block on top, and then place an upside down stair, like so. You can go ahead and get rid of that now. Okay, right above that, you're going to place a full block, and of course these are all birch, and then go ahead and place another temporary block and place another upside down stair and get rid of that one. Alright, and then from there you can go ahead and do the same thing here real quickly. Upside down stair, full block, temporary upside down stair. And once you get here, you can go ahead and place a temporary block to get this full block here. And that is how your arch should look. Alright, and from there you do the exact same thing on the opposite end right here. Okay, next up we're going to go ahead and connect these two arches by placing a log that goes across the top of them. We'll go ahead and get rid of this block here too, and we're going to stretch it out by 1 over the arch. And then connect it all the way across using your stripped oak log, like so. Alright, from here we're just going to go ahead and fill in the floor. So inside of these blocks right here, just fill it in with a bit of stone. I want to do a stone floor, and you can change it to anything you want. I'm trying to stick it to, once again, a challenge of only using blocks in the forest biome. So right now I am purely just using what we have, and I don't want to use oak wood or birch wood to get some more, since I'm using it mostly in the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and use the flooring as stone. Now you can also go ahead and make a texture style. You don't have to fill it in smooth stone like this, because after I fill this in, I'm going to texturize it with some cobblestone and some stone bricks. Alright, once you get that fixed up, we're actually going to go ahead and start filling a lot of the this area wall with actual stone as well. Everything that you can see on the outside. So like that there, this one, this one as well. This middle one you don't have to, since you can't see it outside. And I'll go ahead and do these two. I'll do these 3 around the arch. And then same thing with here, I'll do that one. And then I'll fill in these. And then from here, besides these three, I'm going to leave that. I'm probably going to go ahead and put a stripped log right there. It looks really funny, actually. Let's change that. Let's make that. Let's go ahead and just add it into a stone. Okay, so starting on these arches here, we're going to go ahead and fill in this wall with just straight up logs. So I'm going to go ahead and just place one here and here, and place these across this way, and then line this up across. Now I'm just going to go ahead and build it all the way up till we get to about this level here. Alright, so once you get that, I wouldn't place, you can actually go up all the way up here, like here. I wouldn't place a sixth row here since this is only up to 5. But once you get this far, you can actually go ahead and mark, you want to kind of fill in this entire arch. So what I'm going to do is put a temporary block right here and just fill that in. And just keep filling in this arch all the way up until you can't really see. So when you come over here, you shouldn't be able to see any space. That I can go ahead and get rid of that one. You don't want to see those outside logs. And if you really want to, you can go ahead and place a log there too, just to fill in that spot. Now I want you to do the exact same thing we did here, but on this side. Okay, once you got both sides done like that, go ahead and also fill in this area right here. You're going to go ahead and go across that way, across this way, and then fill in all the way there. And you're going to fill all this up to this point here on all of them. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and fill in also the porch area. Also using logs, I'm just going to go ahead and do slabs this direction. Except for this outer layer here. I might go ahead and fill in this one though, and just fill all that in like that. Alright, so for the front of this here, we're actually going to go ahead and place a non-stripped oak log here, and one there. Then I'm going to use upside down stairs, oak stairs across like that, and then place a slab in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some trapdoors like that to cover that up. Alright, to continue on with the front porch, we're going to actually go ahead and use a couple of cobblestone walls on top of these logs, one on each side. Then using your oak fences, we're going to go up 3 more on both. 2, 3. From there we're going to go in 1, then up 1 on both sides, and then meet in the middle. And then once more, put one right on top. You should have an arch like that. We're actually going to go ahead and do the exact same thing right here. This time without these stone walls. If you want to, go ahead. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. They should line up that, and then you should go ahead and go in, up 1, in, up 1, in, there. Alright, my apologies. So these inner blocks here that were at 5, these are actually going to be up to 6. And go ahead and place your logs to go in and fill in that area as well. So that should be all the way up to this part. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move in with our roof. I want you to go ahead and add a granite slabs. I mean, if you don't have enough granite, you can use some other kind of material for your roof, but I'm going to be using granite stairs and slabs and blocks to do the roofs. So here we're going to go in 2 full blocks following this part here all the way across. Next up, we are going to be placing stairs along this edge like so, and then to fill in this area here, we're going to fill in 1 block of granite. Alright, once you fill that in all the way across, it's going to be the same all the way up, so go ahead and just add a row of granite here as well, Alright, once you get that, all you have to do is add some stairs. Going across on both rows. Okay. And then from there, we are going to be using your oak stairs and slabs and fill in these sides. We're going to kind of give it a trim. So starting up here, I guess we'll put a block there, fill that in, stair there, more blocks to fill that in, another stair, and then 2 more rows of blocks there. Alright, so when you get down the bottom here, we are actually going to add a stair at the end like that. And the stairs actually go all the way across. And then once you get that, you just add the same thing you did on this side over here. Alright, so that is 1/2 of this main roof. You'll do the exact same thing on this side to this side. Alright, so now that our roof is done, or at least our main arch roof, let's go ahead and now add the porch roof. A little simpler, so it should be not that hard, and we'll connect it to this here. What I'm actually going to do first is go ahead and add a log that goes across here. Connects those together. I might actually go ahead and remove this one and just add this as a log that goes all the way through. Alright, so from there we're actually going to go ahead and add, using once again our polished granite stairs. You're easily just going to line up 2 rows like this alongside the top of these fences. You can go ahead and get rid of some of these here to make it easier, just so they can connect like so. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add this back in so it connects like that. And this one, I might just put in a full block. There we go. Alright, and so on the outside again, we're also going to go ahead and add oak stairs to go on the outer edge, all the way across, not upside down. There we go. And you're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so to add extra detail on the front here, I'm actually going to go ahead and add an upside down stair on these parts here. To fill this in, I went ahead and already added a mixture of oak slabs and trapdoors for detail. This front bit here is just an upside down stair in front of this log, and then another slab on top. It's the exact same thing for this roof as well. And then for the rest of this, I just added some oak fence gates that make kind of a nice cool looking arch. And this one kind of goes at an upper angle, or you can kind of reverse it if you want. And then some stairs that go up to the porch. Then go ahead and add yourself a doorway, and we'll fill in the other stuff later. Next up, we are going to do the arch, this little half circle. If you haven't done so yet already, add 1 more log on these squares here. So like this, before we did arches here, this was only 6 blocks. We're going to go up to a 7th block height, and then connect them together with some stripped birch. Like that. And then for this one, we're mainly going to be using oak or polished granite slabs. You could do a mixture of regular granite and polished granite to make it look a little texturized. But for now, I'm just going to do polished granite. We're not even going to use stairs for this. So to start out, I'm just going to place a half slab on top of these blocks here. And then in front of it, I'm going to do a full block around the top log. From there, come back in. Go ahead and go 1 more in every single inward block. And then we're going to make that 1 more higher. Like that. And from there, once again, 1 more block in, using the half slabs. Or you can use, I don't know if you could use the full blocks at this point. And then go ahead and stack them one more up. You may just go ahead and leave those corners open like that. And then last one, I think, just go ahead and fill the rest in with your full slabs like that. And what I'll actually do is to let it connect, we're going to take these out and make these full block as well. Okay, so from here we're actually going to put using your oak slabs, place a block underneath these full blocks here on the outer edge of the roof. And then extending there, we're going to actually go out one more. Alright, so to finally cover these open spaces, these are going to be huge windows. So I'm going to go ahead and add using your birch stairs, we're going to place 2 right side up, one there, and then up here, upside down. And same thing on all of these here. And then to cover this, use your whatever kind of shaded window you like. I'm going to use cyan to cover in the windows. Right, next, we are going to add windows under these arches here. First, go ahead and knock out these 3 here. So it should be 2 blocks up, and then these 3 cross. And then you can go up 4. So, like that. So it should be a 4x3 window. And then I'm going to go ahead and place a little under balcony, I don't know what you'd call that. A little, like maybe a flower pot area or something to put your flowers. Windowsill, that's the word I'm looking for. Windowsill. Alright, using your chosen stained glass, go ahead and fill in that space with full glass, not the paned glass like you did in other ones there. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and put the top of this window using an upside down birch stair on both sides, and then upside down stairs here as well. And then to connect this all together, use half slabs as well there. And since I was experimenting with this, I'm going to add a little different kind of detail that I've never really tried before, but I think it looks nice. Using birch fence gates, we're going to line up the sides here, like so, in all these spaces here, and then open them up on both sides. And I think that kind of gives a nice looking frame around the window. And you're going to do that exact same window on the opposite side arch. Okay, and from here you have the base house completed. And from here it's all decoration, adding detail, adding interior, adding exterior. I plan on adding a lot of exterior and interior to this design, so I'm going to do a quick little what do you call it, time lapse, and I will see you after the time lapse is over, and we'll do a quick awesome tour of the house. freaking done. It took a little time, but here it is. Bam! Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a tour of this area. And let's just say I went with a person who really likes greenery and flowers just everywhere, and they live in the forest, and that's just their passion, right? So that's the kind of feeling I went with. So if you're seeing a lot of flowers, a lot of bushes, you'll see why exactly. So yeah, you have a lot of flowers and bushes going around this cobblestone fenced in kind of farm. You have your farmland here, so you can get your wheat and your food. I want to put like some flower plants on the window here, so make it look even more flowery and greenery. And at first I was just gonna build this farmland in this house, but you know what? I don't know why. I'm just getting like little cool pond, like gardening area vibes. So I went with the gardening little pond with some fishies in it, and a little bench here. You get a nice little view here, just kind of sitting here. Yeah, you have this little more garden, a little more stone, some lights going around. There's a little path that goes around the pond. I think it's just so freaking awesome. And like when you add like just greenery and vine kind of things across the house, it just makes the build so much better looking. And it really makes it like just that other extra color than using just the oak and the granite and the stone. So going in here, you have your porch here. I couldn't really think of what to put on the board, so I kind of just left it blank. If you have any good ideas, let me know. But I'm still kind of like, I don't know what to do with this, so I just kind of left it as it is. I thought everything else around it kind of made for itself. So going through the front door here, close the door behind me. You notice all the red carpet coming straight back till you hit the bedroom here. You got your stand, you got your enchanting center. This is a level 30 enchanting area. I try to use the weaver blocks, whatever you call them, as empty bookshelves that I've got inspiration from, like Mythical Sausage, which is really awesome. You can check him out. And I was trying to do it throughout the bookshelves, but any replacement of these bottom bookshelves is going to make the level 30 go down, so I left those there. Coming around this side, you have your crafting and cooking area. Everything you possibly need to get to 2 ovens, 2 smokers, and 2 furnaces on top. You even have your smithing tables. You can make your netherite armor and weaponry. A little bit of storage right here. I had to fit storage wherever I could, so you can still have storage in the house. Crafting table, and just a little area to have some water in and so forth. Going in here, and this is a big. Okay, so I wanted to put something in this frame to cover it up, and I ended up going with this like weird, giant, like uncontrolled wild tree. I guess small but wild, crazy tree, and that's how that ended up. I used a little post there to make it look like you can see some of the stems or the tree, the branches coming off. And as you can see here, coming in the bedroom, there is a little more storage right here. Nice little writing desk here, so you can have a nice view of your farm and the trees beyond it and flowers. You can write all your journeys and your blog and whatever you want to do with here. And your bed, it's kind of lonely, kind of plain, but it does the trick. Some sea pickle action here, a little extra library, bookshelf, ender chest, and some extra lighting and a bunch of extra flowers on these little shelving all over the place. So yeah, there's a lot of flowers, a lot of trees. But yeah, that's the tour. Oh, hold on a second, I forgot the attic, kind of the little loft here. So it's not completely surrounded, but it's a little extra storage. Up here, got barrels, chests, kind of just wild storage up here. But you could like reorganize it and make it more neater and fit a lot more storage in here if you wanted to. But for aesthetic purposes, I kind of want to just like make it kind of messy. And that's kind of what I did up here. A little more sea pickle action. So yeah, that's the end of the tour. It's not a huge house, but it fits everything you can need in a survival world. And that's it for it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.